Hi, hello, welcome back to CNG Forex lesson. This is a weekly uh, FX forecast. We do this every week with the intention of giving you a fair idea of what the market is going to move or how the market is going to behave in the course of the week. And this is the sixth forecast, the sixth week. The recent week was the fifth one, and then that was what we had. So welcome back once again. We thank God for a successful week. We should say a successful week, the recent week. And now we are going to have the forecast for the coming week. This video is being recorded on 6th February 2024. So we have a recap on what happened the recent week. That was the fifth week. So the fifth week, what the analysis was about was I had a forecast or the prediction that if DXY was going to be bullish, right? And then even if we had to be bullish, we saw that we are in a fair value gap where we are praying that or hoping that price will break above it. And so I advise that for you to actually take a trade, you have to wait when price breaks above this fair value gap, right? In fact, it was a bearish one, yet we are hoping that price will break above it, and then we expect a bullish week, right? And then we had a resistance here, a resistance line here, praying that it breaks it, right? So when market opened, this is where the analysis began, right? You see it here. So I drew this line telling you how this is how the market is going to move like. So hopefully initially it moved in that sense, right? Behaving as if it's going to break out. We want to go to that resistance just above the fair value gap. Price was refused, right? And then in fact was rejected. And then it came back and then into this fair value gap consolidated for a number of days, right? So this continued for a long time. So even though I told you we're expecting a bullish week, I once again advise that wait. If you are not aggressive trader or you don't have any trade, in fact, a swing trade running, then you don't take any trade. Wait for the price to actually what break out, and then you can decide. And if you are swinging, I advise that you don't exit because markets could behave anyhow and anytime, right? You just have to believe in your system. So that was what happened. So price consolidated for a number of times, number of days, right here. And then we got here, there was some news, in fact, the fundamental happening. And then from here, price rallied, right? When you go to the resistance or even within the fair value gap at the top, price once again retested, came back, and then retraced, right? It dipped again. And then there was a consolidation here. I think on Thursday, after this news, Thursday, something happened here, right? So on Friday, there was another NFP, yes, fundamental news. It was very massive. And then this is what happened, right? So if you realize, even though I said market was going to be bullish, that prediction didn't come as early as possible. It didn't come from the early stage of the week, right? So price actually rallied or moved or yes was in the bullish sense on the fifth week, sorry, on the fifth day of the week. That was Friday, right? So the prediction didn't go 100%. I mean, honestly, I told you from the onset that we could predict, we could analyze, but sometimes it's not 100%, right? So what I said here, if only you were patient, because I told you I'm not an aggressive trader, I am a conservative trader. Even though I do the analysis, I have to wait and make sure my confirmation bias is of some value to some extent, right? So I will do the analysis and I have to wait for the market to actually confirm where I want the price to get to before I enter. So I could do analysis for the whole week, but I won't enter. I will wait for the price to get to some level, right? To some price level before I actually enter. So that was the advice I gave, right? So my market or DXY became bullish only on the fifth day of the week. So that is it. Now, let's continue with this week, right? In fact, this week, the analysis, right? Now, let me tell you from the onset, my view, right? My perspective has not changed, right? Whatever analysis we had the previous week, the fifth week, I still hold on to that bias, right? That perspective that now I even have more confidence that price or market is going to be what? Bullish. DXY for that matter is going to be bullish because I've seen that price has actually broken out of what? This fair value gap, right? This is a bearish fair value gap. So bearish means price when it got there, price should have what? Retraced, right? But I had a confidence that price was going to break above this fair value gap. And then lo and behold, this is what price has done. But just that there was a delay, right? There was a delay in my my review, my forecast, right? So that is it. So price has broken out of this fair value gap and then even above this first resistance line, right? So now we are going to do a top-down analysis, and this analysis or forecast for this week is going to be very brief because we have the basis done in the previous week and the perspective has not changed. So that's what we're going to do. I want to do a top-down analysis, but I want to run through them very sharply. So let's start from the weekly time frame. Bear in mind, this is a 6-week analysis that we are doing, right? So that is it. Now, let's move to 1 week, the weekly analysis, right? I am going to move to the weekly because the analysis is actually meant for what? A week. So that is why I'm going to start from the week. I could start from the daily and then just move away and then no time to waste. So now, if you look at the weekly time frame, we are already in an uptrend. We are already in an uptrend. And in fact, the candlesticks even forming now, all of them are bullish. In fact, all of them from here, right? From here, price was rejected nicely. The next candlestick, bullish in nature. In fact, in anatomy, very bullish. The second one, very bullish. The third one, in the fair value gap, which I predicted that price was going to move or break it in the recent week. Of course, this is what has happened here. Now, my prediction for the last week was very correct. Just that because on the higher time frame, you see, price actually takes time to move. On a 1 hour time, on the 30 minutes, yes, the 4 hour, price can actually move, actually move in the faster rate. You understand? But when you move the week, the monthly, price does not move that way. They actually take their time. So my prediction was very correct. Just that because we trade on a lower time frame, that could be a problem. You could lose or you could gain based on the fact that if you are an aggressive trader or a conservative trader. So you realize. So you see here, price has broken out of this fair value gap. It has broken it nicely. And then even the next one is also very bullish. It has even crossed the fair value gap, right? And now we are at a resistance level, even though it has broken this fair value gap, we are at a resistance level, right? But I still have the hope that price is going to break above this. In fact, this resistance, I mean it's the first resistance line, the second one. In fact, what I'm expecting for maybe the months ahead right? Or yes, or the weeks ahead, is that price of DXY is going to reach this level, right? That will be 106.720. That is where I am expecting price to reach. So I think for the weeks to come, the pending weeks to come, I think this is what my perspective is going to be. It doesn't mean try to move in that linear sequence or linear direction. There could be some few retracements here and there, but just that you have to be cautious, right, about this retracement. Just a retracement. When you say a retracement, we are not saying reversal. We are saying retracement, right? So even a bearish candle could actually be formed, or a small bullish candle could be formed here and there. But the general direction is going to be bullish. So that is my prediction. I'm expecting price to hit at least 106.742. Now, this price level could be reached maybe in the next 2 months or maybe next 3 months. But price is not going to retrace or reverse. Let me put it that way, reverse and then change direction whatsoever. But yet, I still stand to be corrected. I don't control the market. I'm not even a market player, right? I'm not a market player. When you say a market player, you understand them, that those institutions, the firms, you see, those with big monies into what? The market, right? Even though I am saying that I'm expecting DXY to be bullish for the next 2 months or something, right? Another person could have the perspective that price could actually get here, right? And then it actually reverse, right? So someone could actually have this perspective, right? There's no problem if you have that perspective here. Someone could also think that price could move this way, right? So that is it. So I have given my general perspective for the next 2 months to come. And I'm saying that price, right, could be what? Retracing, right, pulling back. And then the weather momentum to move back again. Yet price could actually what? Continue in that bullish sense. So now this line, I will leave it, right? But when I go to the lower time frame, I may remove it so that we can have a clear chart, right? So that is it. So this is a weekly one. I'm expecting a bullish week for this week actually. Now let's move down to the daily one, right? Now, so you see, so even with this trend line that I've drawn, price has actually broken out of this trend line, right? So you could move this way and come to weakness and then continue up. So you understand? So even I see that price is what? Still bullish. We are in the fair value gap, but price has broken outside the fair value gap, even on the daily time frame, right? I'm going to clean out my chart so that it doesn't look too messy. The resistance lines are enough to confuse you. So then let me just clear this things out. So you see, have a look at the daily time frame, right? So the daily time frame once again has broken this fair value gap, right? It has broken this fair value gap. So I am hoping that price will continue in the upward direction, right? And then even the candle here, this bullish candlestick is very strong. It's very big. I like it. It gives me the confidence, the conviction. The price has a higher tendency of moving in that upward direction. So once again, you have seen the daily time frame. Price has just broken out of the fair value gap, and in fact, broken this resistance line. I'm just hoping for this very resistance line again. I could even remove this trend line. Sorry, this horizontal line. Right. So that it doesn't confuse someone for me calling it a resistance line. right? When I go to the lower time frame, the resistance line that I just deleted will be meaningful there in the lower time frame, but in this daily time frame, it seems it's strenuous. So I've just removed it. When I get to the lower time frame, I may bring it back. So you see, so we are at this resistance line, right? Price could what? Reverse or pull back and then continue, right? But I'm still of the hope that price will break this resistance line and then even break this very resistance line again, right? So that is it. Let's move to the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour time frame, that is it, right? It's very beautiful here. It's very convincing, very strong. Has broken this fair value gap strongly and even above it. Very nice. Now here, a trader, a swing trader, or yes, a day trader could start entering trades here, right? And it's very good, very convincing. So bullish. It has broken this fair value gap. Just there's a resistance line here. We are hoping either there will be a what? A pullback, get to this level, and then gap up, rally strongly from here. So that is it. So because people or a trader could enter trade here, this is where I start to give my advice. Right. Now, if you are a conservative trader like myself, I would advise that you don't enter any trade here. Where we are now, don't enter trade. So Mondays are very shaky. Mondays, price actually try to what? Pick a direction, right? They find it difficult. There could be consolidation, a bit of a choppy market. You know what is a choppy market? Consolidation and then the rally, what? Yes, uptrend and then downtrend. If you look in our video description, we have a beginner's class, and then we have intermediates. Then advanced one is where what we are doing now. Advanced one is where you are able to do analysis, study the market, and then can give your prediction. So that is what we are doing here. So some of the terms and some of the things that I may say, you may not understand them fully. So what you have to do is you just go to the videos, the playlists. You find that I've actually demarcated them very well. You go there, understand the terms, and then you can come back here. So don't enter trade here if you are a conservative trader. Wait for price to maybe pull back to this level, and then when a particular bullish candlestick pattern forms around this level, we call it what? A retesting, right? A pullback, a retesting, right? So when price retraces or pulls back to this level, then that could be what? A retesting. When there's a particular candlestick patterns which is bullish in nature forms here. We have different types of candlestick patterns. We have bullish candlestick pattern and then bearish candlestick patterns. You have to understand these things, right? If you don't understand these things, whatever I'm saying will be, in fact, will be vague to you. So make sure you understand these things. So price will retrace to get to this level. Now, when they retrace and get to this level, be mindful of the type of candlestick that is forming before you can realize or can confirm that price is actually going to gap up and move back. So that is what I advise. And then, but if you are an aggressive trader, you could actually start entering trade from here, this level. Like that would be about a sell stop. Bear in mind, this is a DXY. So DXY, when it moves in opposite direction with what? The currencies, or the currencies that are on the what? The other side of it. So we have XXX stroke DXY, right? So if DXY is buying, meaning the other currency being pegged with USD, with USD being on the right side, is going to be what? Bearish or sell. You understand? So even now that we are doing this analysis, if you want to ascertain or in fact verify what I'm saying, now look at this candlestick pattern here. This now DXY looks bullish here. So if you like go and check, let's say example like Euro USD, right? Euro USD, go and look at the pattern or the chart. You see that it is selling. Go and look at GBP USD, that's pound USD. It's also selling. right? So that is it. If you go and look at Australian dollar versus the US dollar, that is also selling, right? I don't need to go open the chart for you to see them, but I just know that they are also selling because that is the trick. If you want to prove, let me just open example here, pounds USD, right? Let me just open it. So you see, look at pounds USD. Do you see it now? Right? Because on the DXY is bullish, it's buying. When I open the corresponding pair, like pounds USD, you see what is happening here? It is selling. So the trade is easy. So if you realize, whenever I'm doing analysis, I'm doing analysis, analyzing the DXY. I don't worry myself opening the DU. I call it GU because it's just a short term GU, pounds USD, and then Euro USD. If you realize, I've never. Sorry about that. I think I had a power outage. I'm very sorry about this. So, yeah, so once again, sorry about that. I had a power outage. I think, yeah, just briefly. Sorry about that. So, if you realize, pounds USD is selling, right? Because on DXY, it is what? It is buying. It's as simple as that. Now, you realize something here. I am actually thinking. So, last week, in fact, on Friday, I took profit on what? Pounds USD. That is it. This is what I saw, or that's what I took. So I actually profited from this. But this trade actually took more than, in fact, it has taken more than almost a week. So you see, I'm a swinger, and that actually works for me, right? Sometimes some strategy or the currency, I may do scalping, trading some few hours of that sort. So you see, so that is why even though I tell you that I trade EU, GU, and then gold, but normally you hardly see me opening their chart because everything is being reflected in DXY. So you understand the analogy. Simple. So let's move back to my DXY. Right? So you see what is happening. Just the reverse is happening in the corresponding pair. So price has back to this. Price has broken out of this fair value gap. So if you are a conservative trader like myself, please wait for price to what? Retrace. Now, price may not retrace. I just have this hope. I just have this conviction that price may not retrace to this level. It's going to continue in that sense. Now, let me draw another thing for you. What I'm still expecting that could happen. Now, price could actually continue in this sense. It come this way, right? It trace around this resistance line, and then move up, right? So let me just remove this for clear view, right? So price could move in this sense. Many a time, in fact, let me put it sometimes. Sometimes retracement does not just happen, right? Sometimes price will decide to continue moving in upward sense, right? Just that the candlestick will not be what? Bigger in size, but it will continue in that sense. Because why am I saying this? I just have the conviction that price could move in this sense. Like it will not even retrace to this level. It will continue to this resistance line, and then it will actually what retrace to this first resistance line and then gap up. That is what I'm thinking. So you just have to be watching this market. That is what I'm advising. Just you have to be watching this from time to time. So if you want to see my live analysis, even though I did a general analysis for the week, I also once again do I may have a perspective as in here and there. It doesn't change entirely. Like let's say the price will decide, like I said, price is going to be bullish, then in the course of the week, I'll say price is what it's going to reverse, and then we even sell for the rest of the week. So that's not what I'm saying. Price, as in the candlestick formations, the retracement here and there, where you see. So this is actually will actually help you to actually know when to exit the market, wait for the market to pull back, and then enter again. So that sometimes you may be in a trade, and then instead of you exiting and then looking for another opportunity to enter again, you may be in the trade, and then the time you realize price, in fact, your profit, all your profit will turn into what? Loss. So that is why I'm giving this suggestion that in order to see whatever I'm seeing or whatever I'm doing, I'll put a Telegram link in this video description so that you follow on Telegram, right? You follow on Telegram, and then you see where I may ask you to what? Exit, wait for some time for price to get to some level for retesting, and then we continue in that sense. So I advise that you do this. Follow us on Telegram and then that, because on YouTube I can't be doing updates. YouTube, whatever I can do, what I can do for you is just give you a weekly analysis. So even though I may give you a bullish week analysis, yet you may still incur some losses. Why? Because you may be in a trade, in a profitable trade, then you spend most of your time, waste all the time here, and then the price will reverse and then take you out before coming up again. You understand? So you may think that my analysis is not good. No, it's good. Just that you stayed in the trade more than necessary, or you exited the trade too early. So all these things, we call it risk management. So I'll actually have a video. I'll do, in fact, this week I'll do a video on risk management, a practical one, right? Risk management. I'll do a video on that. I'll give you some data. So risk management. I'll do about 3 videos, and then I will do another video on Profit, right? If you can actually capitalize on this Profit. If you haven't heard of it, there's another thing called Profit. So I'll do video on risk management, and then the Profit, and I think another video. So that is it. So please take note of this. So follow us on the Telegram. Please like this video, subscribe, and then share, right? That is it. Then now everything looks like it's free. I know what I'm doing. It will get to a time that I will start having a premium pay. So now that I'm doing this, nobody is paying me for this. I'm doing this absolutely for free, right? So that is it. In fact, for YouTube, I've not gotten to the level where YouTube will start paying me. So whatever I'm doing, all my resources, my time, my energy, my strength is free now. So please capitalize on this. So to get to a time, I won't do this. If you don't take a whole week or a whole month, I only do 1 video, just analysis. But now I'm taking my time and I'm doing this. I just have the passion of helping the youngsters, right? It's high time we grab the opportunities around us, especially on the internet. You don't have to waste all your time on this comedy things and then just go waste your data, watch videos and come back. No. Whatever you do on the internet, at least you benefit from there. I'm not saying I don't have time for comedy stuff. I love comedy, but I use my time judiciously. Yes, wisely, judiciously. So that is what you have to do. So I'll be sharing the link sometimes. You get to a point, I won't do this again, only for premium services. So that is it. So follow us, like, please, when you watch the video or you download, please like and subscribe. So that is it. So now let's move to the 1 hour time frame. That is where I trade. I will tell you this. The 1 hour time frame is where I enter my trade. So right. So you see that price is just getting around the resistance line. It's acting like it's going to pull back. Now it seems like we are in a pullback session. Now, price could actually, I'm doing this video on Sunday, I think before 9. Market will open around 9:30, 10 there. So that is it. So price will maybe get to this level, back to this level actually, right? And then gap up, like I said, move up or rally. Or you could actually just get to this level. Only here, not pulling back too much. Like I said, not pulling back too much, and then will continue moving up in that sense. So I am still expecting bullish DXY for this week, the 6th week, right? So for gold, I don't know. I'm still having some reservations on gold movement. I'm still having reservation on gold, right? So let me give you this. So gold actually, I've actually on Friday before market close, I've put in some pending. This is what a self stop, and then this is a sell limit, right? I'm expecting that price could just from here just start coming down, dipping, or actually get to this level also and then start dipping. So if you do understand what is, we have different types of sell orders or market orders. We have we have limits and we have stops and we have market execution, right? If you are newbie, you may find it difficult understanding these things, right? So still in our video description, check in the beginners playlist, right? You see types of market orders, right? Just go there. Yeah, there are about 15 videos there. It's one of them. Just go there, look at types of market orders. I've actually taken my time to explain them to the minimum level. If you're not mature, you really understand it. So go and check that. If not, you won't understand what I'm doing now. So now, price has not what? None of my price for gold has triggered. So I've put in what? A sell order, meaning I'm expecting price to just start selling right away from where it is now. Or better, so you can get to this level, right? This level, and then start selling. So that is my bias on gold. Now, why am I saying this? Now, if I'm expecting bullish DXY week, then gold has a higher tendency of also selling. But many a time, gold sometimes may not have adhesion with what DXY movement, right? So gold only correspond or only have some kind of agreement when DXY has a massive move, right? A massive move on DXY has a direct effect on gold. Let me take it again. A massive impact, a massive move on DXY has a direct impact on what? On gold. What it means is that if DXY is selling hard, then gold will also behave and sell in that level, that potency, right? Now, if DXY is buying, gold will sell in that respect, right? But if the movement on DXY is just normal, it's not that strong, then gold could still behave on its own. So that is why sometimes my analysis on DXY, I don't take that, I don't just raise or just move that perspective, that forecast on gold directly. You understand? So that is it. But because I like to trade a type of, take the type of same position on this kind of my pairs like gold, Euro USD and pound USD. My style is what? To take the same type of trade. So the same type of trade means that if I'm selling on EU, then I am what? Selling on GU. Then I would also like to what? Sell on gold. But many a time I could be in trade on EU and GU, but I will not be in gold trade. You understand me? Because it means that means the movement or the impact on DXY at the movement is not strong for me. So even if it is not strong for me, I won't enter. So that is my style. So please bear in mind. Please take precaution to whatever I'm saying now. So I only go into a gold trade when I see that the movement on DXY is going to be massive. Then I will enter that. Right now, EU and GU, they are what we call it what? Correlated pair. Right. I will also have a video in this week. In fact, on this week, a video on correlative what pairs. You understand them. So I will take my time and explain this so that you understand. You may ask yourself, why is it that upon all the pairs among the 8 major pairs, right, I only trade EU and GU, right? I have my reason. So if I do that video, you understand why I do that, right? So in brief, I'm in a way, right? Not 100% or 80%, let's say 70%. I'm expecting gold to sell for the what? The week. And that will be dependent on the fact that the DXY is going to be what? Move massively in terms of what? Buying. So that is my bias on gold, right? So in a recap, what I'm expecting for the week is that DXY is still, right? DXY is still going to be bullish, even though there may be some kind of what? Retracement or a pullback here and there within some days. But the general movement will be what? Bullish on DXY. So thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe to this video, to this channel. If any question, anything you want us to address, please ask us in the Telegram community, right? Community is cmg dot aura space fx community. Please join us. I'll put the link in the description. Please join us so that you have the live chat, the live analysis along the week. So thank you very much for sticking with us. Please have a happy trading week. So that is it. Bye for now.